through the fabric of your life, as your educational experience at New Hampshire College or Southern New Hampshire University will always be a part of you, as you will always be a part of the tradition and fabric that is Southern New Hampshire University today. And as Christy alluded to a few minutes ago, you're all part of history. You know, this is not only our 2020 annual meeting, it is the first time that the Southern New Hampshire University Alumni Association annual meeting is happening virtually. It's you know, one of those opportunities that the COVID-19 pandemic has allowed us to take advantage of. It sort of allows folks to participate no matter where they are, you know, and we have invited folks to sort of listen in from other parts of the country when we've done this on campus in the past, but this is truly historic that we are doing it virtually, and it's great to see all of you. And I was sort of laughing as I was thinking of university firsts, and did I have any other firsts that I was a part of at then New Hampshire College, now Southern New Hampshire University. And in your university trivia, you can file this. I scored the very first goal in intramural water polo back in 1980. So that's one of my firsts, and I was one of the firsts, one of the first male cheerleaders that the school had back in 1980 as well. And as I reflected on that, you know, I said, I've certainly changed and grown over my 42 years of being a part of the university community, and as a result of the education that I earned at the university and the friends that I made. And I also thought that, gee, the university has really grown and changed as well. And it's a result of everyone who's on this call. Every one of you have helped advance the university's mission in some manner, shape, or form. And, you know, we grow stronger together. Being an active alum of the university is so important. I will often tonight refer you back to alumni.snhu.edu for finding out about volunteer opportunities, alumni events, ways that you can stay connected to the university and the university can stay connected to you. It is our benefit here at Southern New Hampshire University to have a tremendous team of alumni engagement professionals headed up by Christy Durrett, who you heard from a little while ago, but also at the meeting tonight is Becca, and Becca's so new, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, so I won't mispronounce it, but I think it's, I hope it's Lazisk. And Becca is the newest team member, started this week, so welcome, Becca. Ashley, there you are, Ashley Lindsay, who started recently as well, and are also a young alumna, helping out with the alumni engagement team. Allison Pudva, hello Allison, good to see you again. And Sarah Telfer, who I don't know if she's on the call because not everyone's appearing on my screen, but
time's not going so well in the Telfer house right now, but she'll be with us.
You know, and Christy and her team in the Alumni Engagement Office deserve a tremendous amount of credit. They have pulled together a virtual homecoming over the next 12 days, or over 12 days here in October. And virtual homecomings are brand new. So not only did they need to work around bringing new members of the team on board, so they had the people to do the work, but they also had to really think outside of the box to say, how can we plan a virtual homecoming and engage as many alumni as possible. So, so thank you and congratulations to the alumni in engagement team. You know, in what I will also sort of encourage everyone on the call, you know, we're all here. Many of us are members of the Alumni Board of Directors, but I would encourage everyone to communicate out to as many alumni as possible about what is happening at Southern New Hampshire University today, and direct them to the alumni website, alumni.snhu.edu. Have them update their profile, have them find out about different ways that they can help support the university. I was on a call with Ed from the development office yesterday, and we were just talking, and we were just talking about a bunch of friends that I had from the class of 1982, and it caused me to reach out to them to reconnect with them. So I was stalking them on social media and trying to reconnect, and learning really their phenomenal stories of accomplishments since graduation. So we are all involved, but we can always be a little more involved. So reaching out to those people that used to be in your classroom, and people that used to be on your team, and people that used to be in your dorm, or professors if you're still keeping in touch with them. So that's also want to thank everyone who participated in the Founders Day Giving Challenge. Although it was a numbers donor-based challenge this year, it successfully raised over $80,000 for the university. So round of applause, and thank you for everyone who participated in that effort. Global Days of Service are happening virtually, and again, alumni.snhu.edu provides you more information about the Global Days of Service, what's being offered, and how you can help out. And if there's nothing on the Global Days of Service menu that you see on the website, you can contact the Alumni Engagement Office. I think it's Sarah who is still coordinating that, Sarah Telfer, and she would be more than happy to give you all the tools that you need to sort of set up your own Global Days of Service. Homecoming runs between now and October 25th. So there's a lot of things, and I understand that there are still some of these really cool Homecoming 2020 t-shirts, which Javier has shown us up, and he's got the background for it, and Pete's got his t-shirt on, and so does Wade. So you can order these online. Woo! They're great. The campus store is also offering a 20% discount for SNHU gear. So if you go to, again, alumni.snhu.edu, you can find out more of those details. Again, we are alumni, and we help build the future of Southern New Hampshire University. As alumni who came before us, help build what we enjoyed as students when we were there. So there are a number of volunteer opportunities. Most of them are virtual in our COVID-19 pandemic sort of world, but mock interviews are coming up, and there are other types of volunteer opportunities. So if you're interested, alumni.snhu.edu. I think I can do an infomercial. So it's just a great place to go. And I went in and looked at the class notes, and I learned that I was remiss. I haven't really sent in class notes about some changes in my life. So that's part of my homework that I will be doing in the coming days, submitting that class note, although the Alumni Engagement Office kind of knows what I've been up to, but sharing that news with my classmates is important as well. There is also on the alumni page a directory of social media links, and one is the SNHU community on LinkedIn. So it's a great way if you are career searching, but to connect with Penman alumni, but as well as if you're employed and really enjoying a great career, helping these students and other alumni advance their careers as well. So welcome, and Sarah, welcome. I pitched Global Days of Service and sung your praises, so I see that you just you're in the chat box. So Sarah's the final member of the alumni engagement team joining us. So so thank you. Questions about anything that I have just breezed through? So.
Hey, JR or Christy, so since you're directing us so frequently to alumni.snhu.edu, any chance there's an app coming out for that in the future?
That's a Christy question.
We continue, not an app, but we continue to look at mobile ready, in terms of how people read what we have. The university has been primarily dedicated to a lot of enterprise systems right now. For those of you who've recently been students, you've kind of gone through some different CRMs. The university's on a bunch of different systems. And so the primary purpose right now is to get everybody functioning in the same place so that we can all then start to do these other pieces, the communications piece. They're doing some reworking of the external website. We're managed separately. We manage our own website for the alumni office. So we haven't looked at doing any app per se, but anything that makes it easier for folks to get into. So it's definitely a great question and something that we are always trying to figure out what will put us in front of people in a way that makes it easy.
Sounds good.
It's that you're muted.
Yeah,
I'm
my
actually
bad
gonna
that
do a
time.
pumpkin this year. I'm going to cut a pumpkin that says you're muted, I think. For Halloween.
I love that. That's so
And now we've frozen JR in time. Is everybody frozen?
frozen. Can everyone else?
It was like we just didn't want to move forward. We just wanted to stay where we were for a few minutes. But now we're all back, it looks like. Is everyone okay?
We're back to the future again. So Barbary, who is one of the vice presidents of the e-board this year and was unable to make today's meeting at the last minute. She had every plan to be here. So I want to give a shout out to Barbary. She's got some really exciting life changes going on in her world. So including a move to a new city, which is always exciting. So I want to acknowledge Barbary's not being here and thank her for her many contributions. The other vice president for the e-board this year is Brett Cohen out in California. I can't see all of the attendees, but is Pete Perrick on the board, on the call tonight? He could be out reffing a youth soccer game or at a school board meeting as other activities that occupy his time these days. But Pete is an alumnus from the class of '76 and is director emeritus on the board. So we certainly want to thank Pete for all the time and effort he has contributed to the board over the years. So I just want to raise your hand, alumni board members, as I call out to you. Kelly Boyce, double alum, class of 12. Graduate in 14. Samantha Colby, undergrad 13, master's degree 15. Awesome, welcome Samantha. Rachel Comstock, I don't know if Rachel is on, or I don't see her if she is, but Rachel's a graduate alum from the class of 2010. Mark DeFazio, another double alumnus from the class of undergrad class of 2010, graduate 2014. I owe you a phone call, Mark. It'll be coming. Aaron Dupuis, who's also doing a move these days, relocating his domicile from master's alum from the class of 2019. Matt DeMichael, class of 2015, and an aspiring entrepreneur in Boston. Welcome, Matt. Katie McCullough, I know Katie's, there you are, Katie. Graduate alum from the class of 2014. Javier Olivares, undergrad class of 2016, and graduate alum class of 2019. Displaced Texan, now living in New Hampshire. helping out the Hooksett election process. Wade Philbrick from the class of 1985, from Wayne Robinson from the class of 1981, Regina Stone Mitchell from the class of 2019. Well, Regina. David Stewart from graduate alum from the class of 1987, out there on the beautiful New Hampshire seacoast. Rebecca Whittle, again, a double alum from the university, class of 2011 undergrad and graduate class of 2016, and a newer member of the faculty at Southern New Hampshire University. Tia Williams, newest graduate on the alumni board, class of 2020. Justin Woodard, who is to blame for my being on the board because he's the one who interviewed me. So he gets the blame from the class of 2010. And Michael Yachts, undergraduate class of 2007. Tim Girardi, very important person who contributed a lot to the alumni board over the years. He is the immediate past president, undergrad class of 2004. And our two student representatives, Marjorie Dixinski and Ryan Barrett. So welcome all. That is your alumni for the academic year 2021. And let's hope the 21 part is healthier, happier, and more physically interactive than the 20 part was. But thank you. And with that,
Hey, JR. Oops.
I'm gonna, yep.
I was just wondering, since we have a few folks outside the board that have joined us, can we have them introduce themselves right now to the board?
Sure.
So why don't we start with Pete? You guys want to go first? Just introduce yourselves, like where you're calling in from, if you're a current student or alums. And it's infamous, you're on mute.
That'll help. Hi, I'm Pete Ortiz, calling in from Brooklyn, New York. Currently a student at SNHU. Truly love the whole experience, and it's been very beneficial, and love the whole online experience because it provides flexibility for us. I mean, we can still go on vacation and still do our work, and being in this environment that we're in right now, it's allowing us to be able to pursuing our education. So it's been wonderful.
Hi, I'm Myra Ortiz, wife, current student, but taking my last course right now. Yay! Doing my capstone simulation right now. So I'll be done in 2 weeks.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
So good. And I think Brianna, you're on too, right?
Hi, my name is Brianna. I'm from Rhode Island. I actually just graduated my associates in September, but I'm finishing off my bachelor's in sociology.
Welcome, and congratulations, and good luck.
Thanks.
And then Francis jumped on. Do you want to introduce yourself? It's that mute thing.
You're unmuted, Francis. Can you hear us?
It might be because you're on your phone, but your phone is muted.
Oh.
We'll have Francis go ahead and add into the chat when he can, or she can, to be able to share a little bit about oneself. So that'd be great.
Okay. Yeah, so Francis is unable to unmute. So understandable, Francis, but we're happy that you are here and that you are listening and watching, and thanks for your participation. And so the next task we would like to accomplish tonight is to recognize and thank members of the SNHU Alumni Board of Directors whose terms came to an end during this year. And I'm going to turn it over to Brett in 3 seconds, but I just want to ask anyone that if you know of anyone who would make a great addition to the SNHU Alumni Board of Directors, please direct them to the Alumni Engagement Office, who's, it's alumni at snhu.edu, and they can, submit their intention of desire to be on the Alumni Board, and that process happens over the summer, but it's never too early to start thinking of who would make really great additions to the board. And I know for one, I'm really thankful to the selection committee this year. The alumni board that we've assembled is really wonderfully representative of the SNHU community. So I want to thank everyone who participated in that process. And I turn it over to Brett Cohen for acknowledging those members who are stepping off tonight, many of whom were on the call tonight.
Okay. Well, thank you, JR. So we have 4 people whose term ended this past summer. And Carol Flemings, who was the class of 2016. Josh Gomez, class of 2011 and 2016 with an MBA. Jeff Penta was class of 2005, 2008 graduate, and 2011 graduate, and I know that Jeff's on the call with us today. And then Ramesh Pujari, 2008 graduate. And so we'd like to all acknowledge their time on the board and all the efforts that they've given.
And a huge shout out to every one of those individuals, and particular attention to Jeff Penta, who did a couple of stints as the president of the alumni board. So time well served. The university community is far better off for all of the service of all of those individuals who whose terms are expired earlier this year. It's my honor and privilege now to recognize the leadership whose terms expired in September and have contributed so greatly to the success of the Alumni Association, along with the Alumni Engagement Office and the university as a whole. So Mike Walrenda is on the call. He was the first vice president for the past few years. So Michael, thank you for everything that you have done for the university. And that beard is styling. When did you start with that, Michael? How long did it take you to grow that?
Well, it's been about 6 months, JR.
Okay. Because
beard and hair, yes. They're for everyone's reference. They're used to seeing me probably in a suit with a comb over and a nice short beard. See what COVID does?
Yeah. Is there an end date for that?
I have some people that are challenging me to go ZZ Top. So
okay.
Unless it's a necessity, I may let it keep going.
Okay. I was going to say the day you get the vaccine, you shave the beard or trim it back. Yeah. So
I don't know. We'll see. There's first for everything. I just turned 40 last year. So we'll see. It's been a really pleasure for the last 8-9 years, guys. The friendships we've made, the people we've met, and the ability to give back to the school in so many different ways. Right now, it seems like it's exponential right now. So really, really cool to see all your faces here with us. Thank you, JR.
Thank you, Michael. And Wayne turned 40 last year as well, so that's why he's styling the beard now as well. So you're a trendsetter, Michael.
I like
it. Also on the call tonight is Cinziana Baldwin, and I had to ask Christy how to pronounce Cinzy's last name because she's like one of those rock stars that you only knew her by, one name. It was Cinzy. She's like Cher and Madonna. She's Cinzy. And she's been a rock star for the Alumni Board of Directors and the Alumni Association community. She was a person who juggled many responsibilities and wore many hats, or I should say many crowns, because she helpful in so many ways, and she will be sorely missed, but she's not going too far. But Cinzi, thank you so much for everything that you have done for the Alumni Board of Directors, for the alumni community, for helping me out when I couldn't get on Workplace, badly couldn't get on Workplace. And this week when we had a couple of folks who were struggling, I'm like, oh, I can't just pass it to Cinzi. But Christy and her team were great. And so Cinzi, thank you so, so much. I know that although you're stepping off the board and off the E board, you won't be going far, and that you'll, that ribbon of blue and that ribbon of gold certainly runs through you, and that you'll be staying connected. So thank you.
Thank you all. That was very kind. So great seeing all your new faces and some of the names that I recognize. Great seeing the faces. It's been such a pleasure. And this is, I'm definitely missing it now, seeing everybody. So thank you all. I cannot wait to see the energy and the work that this board puts forward. And I cannot wait to support it from a different seat, but with just as much passion.
So thank you, Cinzi. And also on the call, a past leadership person who is stepping off the from the president role, but isn't stepping too far. He's going to be the immediate past president for the next year, sort of keeping me on track and making sure that I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing in the way I'm supposed to be doing it. And that's Tim Girardi. And you know, Tim has been a phenomenal mentor and advisor for me. The contributions that he has made to the alumni community, to the alumni of directors are phenomenal. You know, we have a student leaderships, alumni student leadership scholarship because of the efforts of both Tim Girardi and Jeff Penta, two past presidents. You know, Alumni Hall is called Alumni Hall because of the efforts of both of those individuals who really thought differently and thought big and made, you know, some lofty goals a reality. And you know, Tim's contributions, as he has been a long-serving president, are sizable, and I have big shoes to fill. And the one promise I've made to Tim throughout is Tim sort of got robbed of his last set of commencements to welcome alumni into the new graduates into the Alumni Association. So I promised Tim that he can come back and do that when next we have a commencement exercise to do that. So Tim, I know you're never at a loss for words, so would you like to say a few words?
Yeah, thank you, JR. One first comment, it's going to be an inside joke with Penta and I, but Jeff, immediate past president is finally a thing. That was a joke from quite a few holiday parties ago with Jeff. But no, JR, thank you so much, everybody. It's been an unbelievable run. You know, really looking back and thinking about the things that we've done. You know, while you're in the seat and you're actually working through a lot of different things, you don't really recognize it. But seeing the diverse group on here, seeing the board evolve over the years, couldn't be more proud of where we are, and definitely glad to be involved for one more year, helping out JR however you need me. And being a part of this great transition. So definitely been a great experience, and I'll echo what Mike said, a lot of good friendships made over the past 5 years as president, I think 12 years total on the board. So it's been a great run.
So thank you, Tim. We are better off, far better off for your service. And you know, for all of the folks whose terms are expiring and are stepping off, Caroline and Josh and Jeff and Ramesh and Mike and Cinzi and Tim. You know, there's a saying that today's students stand on the shoulders of the alumni who have gone before them. Well, I can state for a fact that the, this alumni board stands on your shoulders and everything that you have accomplished that makes our missions possible. So thank you for everything that you have done and will continue to do, because you're not going far. So round of applause for all of them and all of their efforts. It's tremendous. So thank you. And for each of you, there is a token of our appreciation that are being mailed out from the Alumni Engagement Office if they haven't already been mailed, and I saw them, so I know that they exist, but I'm not sure if they've reached you or not.
I hand delivered them to their homes this week, so yes.
Yes, thank you, Christy. Thank you for that. This is fantastic, everybody. Really appreciate it.
So thank you. Next great news story I have to tell is the 2020 Alumni Association Alumni Awards, which we presented earlier this week. And I want to thank everyone who served on the Alumni Awards Selection Committee. So alumni board members, there will be a committee coming up in the spring for a 2020 Alumni Award selection. And I want to congratulate every member of the committee, because every one of our Alumni Award recipients is truly exceptional. I had the opportunity to meet them this week when we were taping the award ceremony, which will be televised or televised, shared sometime during the homecoming between now and October 25th. So watch for that coming. Christy gave me the good news that a lot of what I said is being edited to the floor, which is great. It was great. It was an honor. Danielle Dalton, again, a double alum from the class of 2000, undergrad 2012, graduate alum 2016. Could not have been happier when I told her about her award, and as I met her and heard her story and her contributions to the alumni community, phenomenally well-deserved. So I'm gonna thank Sarah Telfer for that nomination, and supporting Danielle, really well deserved. The Distinguished Service Award recipient this year is our own Jeff Penta, and it was Jeff was my favorite call when I told him. It was a feel good moment for Jeff, and it was a feel great moment for me, because Jeff is a very deserving award recipient for this particular award, so it couldn't have gone to a better person. So thank you, Jeff, for everything you've done, and again, congratulations. I'll give you a teaser for his acceptance speech. Mr. Rogers is mentioned, so look for the helpers. And then our Hall of Fame award recipient this year is Deborah Cawthon, who was huge supporter in the reason why we have the Deborah Cawthon Women's Center, and she was thrilled with her award. And as I got to meet Deb and got to know her a little bit better, her contributions to the university and to life in New Hampshire are just incredible. And it was again, a tremendously deserving alumna who got that award. And I think you'll really enjoy the Alumni Awards ceremony, especially because I just told you that John Rustino got cut a lot from it. And Paul really has done a lot of the intros for these folks, which is just great. And I think a tribute to all three of them, Danielle, Jeff, and Deborah, is that Paul was able to speak about each of them personally, because each of them have had a relationship and an association with Paul, which speaks to their contributions to the university. So congratulations to all the recipients. And again, folks that are on the call, if you know an alum who is deserving of recognition, please write to the alumni engagement team, alumni at snhu.edu. Look up more information at alumni.snhu.edu and find out what the awards are, what the criteria are. It would be great to have nominations to consider next year for these awards for Homecoming 2021. The other piece of news in addition to the videotape presentation for this year's awards, when it is safe to do so, we will be bringing this year's recipients back to campus for an on-campus recognition and celebration as well. So they missed out on their reception right now, but we will be making that up to them in the future as soon as it's safe to do so. So congratulations again. Speaking of Paul LeBlanc and his relationship with the 3 award recipients and speaking to that, we've now got a videotaped message from Paul to the Alumni Association and the alumni community here on the call tonight.
Okay, so this is kind of a big deal because I'm in charge of technology right now and I'm not really sure how that happened. And so I have a movie, it's about 10 minutes long. I'll tell you, I know we were planning to go till just 8 o'clock. I just want to let you know that the length of the video is about 10 minutes. I've watched it already. It's worth watching to the end, so, you know, try not to leave. The idea after this video would be that we'd love to be able to answer any questions or continue the conversation if people are interested, but we do know that we also commit to the hour. So if you need to leave, again, we won't take offense. I'm going to pause the recording. I'm going to share my screen, and then I'm going to hit, I hope, start of the video. I'll pray for me. All prayers are welcome, and any kinds of grace you can give me is much appreciated as well. So here we go. I'm going to give this a shot. So, all right. There you go.
So we've talked a lot about a lot of different things that are happening at the university. We've heard about what's going on with the alumni engagement team and the great things that they've got planned for homecoming. Heard me pitch how you can become a more active alum and nominate for awards and submit nominations for to join the board. So questions about anything that we've talked about or questions about things we have not talked about. This is your meeting as I framed at the beginning. So questions, comments, thoughts, concerns.
In the absence of, I'm going to just ask if we could just take a couple seconds to just think of Tia. Tia had to jump off the call. She sent us a message. She got a 911 text. It's her grandmother's 91st birthday, and she just got news from her family that her grandmother passed. So I just wondered if we could just, for a little bit here, just kind of send her a thought. Thank you. I'll go ahead and make sure we send her a note. You all have her email as well, but totally unexpected and unfortunate on her grandmother's birthday.
Okay, so this group is not shy, so not hearing any questions or comments or thoughts, I'm thinking that you're all satisfied and good. I would encourage you, if you haven't checked out the roster of events that the Alumni Engagement Team has put together, to please do so. It was great to hear Christy and Ashley talking earlier about some of the virtual events, and Christy seeing the virtual 5K folks in China and all these countries around the world participating in the Homecoming 5K this year. So again, COVID-19 has thrown a few curveballs, but I think Christy and her team have certainly continued to hit those curveballs out of the park. And I think that the results of that, you know, the 5K are going to be really interesting when we see all of the participants and where they're joining from. So it's a great roster of events. I know my next event is tomorrow night with the Honors Program, which is celebrating their 25th anniversary this year. And I first came to know about them last year at Homecoming. So I'm looking forward to seeing and hearing from them and all of the wonderful accomplishments they've made. But it really is literally something for everyone. Some of the events are sold out. And Ashley has been very busy processing registrations and filling buckets and sending out confirmations. So a huge amount of credit goes to Christy and her team. And it hit me tonight that, you know, not only did they plan all of these events to happen virtually, but they're all working remotely. So they're, you know, in 6 different locations, you know, working together as a team to make it alumni engagement communication, that they're not in the office. You know, I'm thinking that they're at the Gustafson Center sending this out and it's life as normal, because that's what they have made it seem like. So in addition to everything that they've done, the way they have done it and the sort of the way they've communicated it, it has been tremendous. So if you haven't checked out that schedule, check it out, alumni.snhu.edu events, and sort of and go from there. We got from now until the 25th, and there are a lot of events I'm looking forward to and hope to see you at them. If there's no other questions, comments, or interest, I will entertain a motion to adjourn. Can you unmute?
Second.
Michael Walrenda, I saw your hand. So, and do I have a second?
Second.
Second from Javier, was that, I think? So,
yep.
All right. All in favor of adjourning, just sort of raise your hand. We won't have you unmute. Any opposed? Want to keep this party going? It's unanimous. So thank you so much. Javier, again, thank you everything that you're doing for the election. We won't be meeting
Thank you.
Until after the election, so thank you for your work. Our system of government depends on people like you to make the process work, so thank you. Have a happy homecoming, everyone. Show your SNHU pride everywhere you go. I'm proud to be on the alumni board with you, and thank you for your contributions to not only the alumni board of directors, but to our alma mater, Southern New Hampshire University. So with that, thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.